They're off in the Masters Stakes. Queen's Award from the outside broke well up the inside. Toto Core. Then in between horses is Purely Hot. And up on the outside is Lotta Lovin'. Winning Image also close. Up the back stretch, it's Winning Image. It puts a head in front. Toto Core along in second. Then there's a gap of 3. Purely Hot is next. Then there's Lotta Lovin'. Judy the Beauty down along the inside. Queen's Award. Then Groupie Doll 3 wide. Mystic City down along the inside. And the trailer Sounds of the City. To the far turn they go. Toto Core and Winning Image. Those two have hooked up to get the first quarter in 21 and 4. It's Toto Core and Winning Image. Those two battling on the front, a gap of 5. Purely Hot is next, and Groupie Doll, looming large, moves up to the outside in fourth. At the top of the stretch, it's now Purely Hot that takes over the lead, and Groupie Doll's up to her outside. Purely Hot and Groupie Doll straightening up for the down the stretch. Purely Hot has the lead. Groupie Doll to her outside. Judy the Beauty 3 wide. Purely Hot digs in. Groupie Doll to her outside, then Judy the Beauty. Purely Hot is live. Groupie Doll to her outside. Groupie Doll goes on by, and Groupie Doll wins it. Purely Hot second, Judy the Beauty third, and Sounds of the City fourth.
Well, it wasn't as easy as it was a year ago, but the result, the same. Groupie Doll showing her class in the lane to getting by an extremely tough and resilient Purely Hot who loves it here at Presque Isle Downs.
And how about the live money on Purely Hot? Purely Hot, who was 10-1, was very game to hold on, I believe, for second on the inside. Wow. Groupie Doll earned it. When it's a race that's close, at the wire, you can see the class exuded of Groupie Doll there late.
So the start here, Gino, and a couple in the middle of the pack didn't break particularly well, and there is Groupie Doll. That's about where we expected her to be early on, especially with a pace that set up to be torrid. I mean, it went 21 and 4 the opening quarter, and then 44 for the half mile in this race. And you know, again, we're going to talk about how great Groupie Doll is, because she is, and probably wasn't an A-game performance, but again, just her second start of an 8.5-month layoff, second start of the year, and she did what she had to do in a $400,000 grade 2 event. But Purely Hot, sensational in this race. She did get a real nice trip in this race, stalking, sitting in the garden spot in third as Winning Image and the one Toto Core dueling on the front. And there she is. And this is textbook garden spot, laying in third, and Groupie Doll about, what, 4 or 5 lengths behind her at this point.
What I thought was the most impressive is when you're in a third spot like that and you inherit the lead, sometimes you can go on and win. She inherits the lead, and then she really looked Groupie Doll right in the eye. She stuck her nose out in front a few times. It did not look like Groupie Doll was going to get by until late.
I agree. For a second, I thought she was going to hold her off.
I thought she was going to turn her away. I mean, she really looked like she had put her away for a bit. Very impressive. We have some people next to the set. They're screaming about Purely Hot. How can you not? That was such an impressive performance from the local horse.
Yes.
We actually spoke to Vega's agent yesterday, who was beaming, thinking this horse had a big shot, and they're all excited, because when you finish second to the Breeders' Cup champ like this, you have to love the effort. Judy the Beauty showed up again, and then Simon's Price Play came in for the bottom of the supers at a big price of 35-1. The 2 horse is going to finish fourth, I believe.
And I understand different type of racetrack. A lot of rain earlier on today. It was pouring in this race last year, but last year she wins in 16-1. Tonight she wins in 114-4. So maybe she did perform as well, if not better than she did in this race a year ago. She just ran into a runner that's red hot, that ran the race of her life in defeat in the 6-horse Purely Hot. But there is the champ, Eclipse Award winner from 2012, and Buff Bradley, again, one of the good guys in this game. Kind of a quiet confidence going into this race, and there's Buff giving Rajiv Mirage outstanding ride, a handshake.
Are you saying she just set a track record? So 114-4, does that make the track record there?
Track record for Groupie Doll, previous track record 115. So again, extended, but yeah, pretty amazing, guys, considering, you know, second off a long layoff, and also considering, even though it's only the 7th running of this race, Presque Isle Downs has only been around 7 years. I mean, you're talking about Informed Decision winning this race Twice. You're talking about other horses that want to win.
Yeah,
other Breeders' Cup filly and mare sprint winners. And in your second start of the year as a 5-year-old mare, you're able to put forth a track record performance.
Yeah, unbelievable performance out here, and it's great when you have a star of horse racing that can show up. Matt, you and I, when it came down the stretch, not worrying about tickets or betting or anything. We're rooting.
No.
We're rooting for Groupie Doll to get home. We wanted to see her show up, and now we hope that all signs point to her trying to retain her title as Breeders' Cup filly and mare sprint champ.
I'll tell you what, guys.
Todd, the same plan. Oh, go ahead, Simon.
I was the one that said purely hot. I wouldn't play at 10-1, but the smart money was right, man. You always talk about smart money. 15-1 down to 10-1 in a span of about a minute there before the horse went in the gate. And what a claim for $10,000. We take a look at a great winner's circle celebration there with Rajiv Mirage and Buff Bradley, but purely hot, yeah. I mean, is this just a horse for course? Is that the case with purely hot, you think?
I think so. I mean, it's a combination of she's red hot right now. She loves it at Presque Isle Downs, and Todd, she did get. I mean, we showed it when we arrowed where she was. I mean, you're sitting third. You know, the fourth place finisher's 3 lengths behind you, and you have a couple dueling on the front. And she was in the perfect spot. She did get the perfect trip in this race. That helped.
Yeah, you know, the one thing I'm a little bit concerned about is what we see in the early stages from Groupie Doll. It's not as if, look, I mean, she's going to be up ever pressing the pace, but Simon, she does drop a lot further back than I think we're used to seeing her. And granted, they were flying early, but yeah, I'd be concerned about the fact that Groupie Doll in the end, your official margin's probably going to be a length and 3/4 over a horse purely hot who started the year at Penn National against $4,000 claimers.
Yeah, I'm getting mixed signals with her performance. While she won, and it was great, the final time, 1:14.4, track record. It just didn't look like the Groupie Doll we'd seen before. I said I don't think she's as good at a mile because she lays too close to the pace. I saw her being 3 or 4, 5 lengths back. She was being ridden in the first 220 yards of this race to kind of maintain position, and she was almost dead last. And then, you know, her class got her there. So I've got mixed signals. I don't think it's the Groupie Doll that we've seen before, but then again, I walk away from this saying she's running up against a red-hot performer who we highlighted it with our telestrator there, got a 10-length lead on her or an 8-length lead on her, and she came and ran her down in a track record time. So mixed signals for me.
Well, I think it was a perfect stepping stone kind of race because even if she's not quite the Groupie Doll from last year, she didn't need to be that Groupie Doll to beat this group.
He never touched her too, Mirage.
He really didn't. So if she continues to step forward and improves, she will again be a contender. But this year's filly and mare sprint could be an absolutely loaded